So what's up everybody, this is D here, once again with my hands in the tank. You know how we Aquarius are with our hands in the tank. Can't help ourselves. One of the reasons I have my hands in the tank today is because I'm doing a little fiddling around with the tank. And you know how you look at your tank for a while and something starts to bother you? Well, I had to whip out the old reef glue because I noticed something really bothering me, and it was that Bacillopora was really close to that Kenya. So what I did is I rubbed the Kenya to get it to close up a bit, and I took a frag from my main tank, not a frag, but a piece of broken stone, and made a bit of a partition between the soft coral and the SPS, which you can see here. I kind of lucked out because the piece that I had looked like it had a little bit of orange sponge on it. So that's a little added bonus, but hopefully that'll add a little bit of shape to the rock, seeing how I'm trying to create that soft coral and hard coral balance, and kind of discourage that Kenya tree from rubbing on the Bacillopora. So that's one way to get that to happen. The other way is you could just remove it, which I did. I did remove quite a bit of soft coral from this tank, and I traded some out and brought some to some fellow reefers and things like that, donated some to the auction, and it's a good thing. You know, we're always sitting with our hands in the tank. One thing I did do, and I'm glad I did do, is I took a few pieces of rock rubble from the main tank and I dipped them in a water and vinegar mixture. You don't have to do that, but you can just let it dry out. Since I was doing this relatively quickly, I just do a little water and vinegar to clean out any any algae that may be on a rock from the other tank. I do not, I try to not cross contaminate. You know, even though you got two tanks, same house, different things, and I actually found a little brittle star, nothing serious, but you don't want to bring anything like Aptasia or any GSP or anything from one tank to the next. So these pieces are GSP and pest free. I rinse them off with some baking soda mixture and rinse them off in some fresh water and scrub them down to get some clean pieces, and I think it looks nice. So the Kenya tree is a little bit pissed off, but rather it be pissed off than me be pissed off. And you'll tend to do that. Coral do get aggressive. And the one thing about having a small tank is more aggression from corals as they grow and go into each other's space. They get aggressive because they are living things and they fight for dominance, especially in a small system. And as reef keepers or aquarium keepers, whether it be freshwater, saltwater, what have you, it is up to us to kind of understand that balance and give it a little nudge every now and then when we need to. And if we don't like it, we're going to have our hands in the tank. So the better you are at keeping that balance, like a gardener, you know, as things overgrow each other, you trim it, you prune it, you plant elsewhere. Same thing with the aquarium. So you can see everything closing up. You can always tell with soft coral, when you have your hands in the tank, they will close up or they will let you know that you've rubbed them or what have you. And one of the things I'll do is with soft coral, they can get a little aggressive. So what I'll do is I'll swap out my pads, use this moment to do a little glass cleaning, you know, get any floating particles out of the water, and be one with the universe. So once again, little tidbit. And it's always good to have little pieces of rock. I like to have rock, whether I want to attach a frag to it or, you know, like this piece in my last video, I had that little piece and I just use it to attach some frags, some plugs, so that it looks natural. I don't like the looks of a lot of plugs, and I know a lot of people will say, well, D, you know, that tank isn't so much a frag tank anymore, but it actually is. It's just that I can break a piece off, put it on a plug, boom, another frag. A lot of those are on plugs that you can't see, or rock rubble that I can just pull out. If you look real close, you'll see that's PVC. And these, other than these that moved off of the rock that we're there on and attached to the glass, but most of that is on rock rubble. And I just thought it makes the tank look nice. I don't believe in stuff just on racks. I don't like to see racks all the time, because people coming over to your house and they're like, oh, what's that, just a bunch of rocks? You know, I like things to look natural as they would in nature. And every time I have my hand in the tank, it's kind of a time for me to trim and do my little maintenance. So I thought that was a little interesting tidbit to show how you can always use those little pieces of rock rubble, you know, rather than have frag plugs all over the place. So till next time, this is D shining around, putzing around in the tank, keeping my brain busy. And you're probably wondering, hey, my man used reef glue, Chem. Yeah, because I had it sitting here so long. I've been using the crazy glue so long, I forgot that I had that tube there. And when you're doing a large piece of rock, it's easier to have that big tube. See how I attached that there? I glue it in there with a nice generous portion, which would have probably been a whole tube of a little crazy, glue, that cyocoagulant glue. And I use my little toothpick to spread it around so that it doesn't look like a glob of glue. In about a week or so, you won't even know that was glue. It'll be covered up in coralline, or maybe that pavona will actually encroach like it did there. That used to be a piece of rock rubble, and you can't even tell what it is. It actually is encrusted with pavona from where this one used to be. So just little DIY things to keep you busy, little ideas. Take your time. Study your tank, look at little things, watch for changes. And till next time, this is D, and I'm out. Look out for another video coming real soon. See ya!